Howdy y'all, happy Friday. It is State Representative Ken Clark here with your Friday Moment. Last night we were on the floor of the House until about 3 in the morning, finishing up the business of the state, which is called Sine Die, where we conclude all of our work. There were two particularly insidious bills having to do with elections that we were able to defeat last night. The first one would have sent a referendum, a ballot measure to the voters in 2016, basically shutting down clean elections. What it would have done is asked you, the voters, to agree to take money from clean elections, the source of the money for clean elections, and give that money to schools. Well, the source of money is a fee on parking tickets. It's not a tax. And the reason they want to give to public schools is so that you're confronted with a dilemma. Do you keep clean elections or give more money to public schools, even though this same Republican leadership has denied sufficient money to public schools throughout the rest of the session? We were able to defeat that on the floor of the House. The other thing was a bill that would have made it a Class 6 felony for you to take your maybe your neighbor's ballot for them to the county recorder's office a couple days before election to collect those ballots for people who may need it, who maybe didn't get their ballot in the mail in time. Well, they would have made it a Class 6 felony. That, in my mind, is pure, unadulterated voter suppression, because they know that the folks in our society who need help with ballots are the types of folks who don't tend to vote Republican. Well, we were able to defeat those things, and I'm very proud of my Democratic caucus and my Democratic leadership and the Democratic staff down at the Capitol and all of our allies for helping with that and making that possible. There were some terrible bills that went through this session. Obviously, the budget was awful. This legislature continued, this Republican group, continued to take money away from public education and give it to voucher systems. It continued to find ways to deny women access to health care, choice, and confidential conversations with their doctors. And this kind of thing will continue. But this session, especially last night, gave me a lot of hope, and it made me realize that we really can change things in this state with just a few elections. We had 24 Democrats in that chamber last night, but we were still able to defeat some terrible bills. If we just had 26 or 28 Democrats, it would be a completely different state. So I'm going to ask you, as I often do, help us. Get out there. If you're intimidated by the political process, please don't be. We can help. Talk to your neighbors. Don't be afraid to talk about these issues. They're important to all of us. And help us stay involved. Go to my website, kenclarkforaz.org. You can donate, you can sign up, you can join us as we continue the fight. And I look forward to fighting with you. Have a great weekend.